Welcome, welcome. This is the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Season what? Episode what? I forgot. Loose lips sink friendships. So we open up with Bronwyn waking up on the deck. Actually, she was asleep on the top deck. We'll run into that later as to why that is. But obviously, all the ladies are hung over for sure. Trying to get their Tylenol, their coffee. I like a little Coca-Cola, please. Can I get a Coca-Cola, please? And Brittany and Heather is over there just talking about last night, about how, she went off on Lisa pretty much. And all she was really just trying to do was just trying to get Lisa to admit that she's the source, with all the rumors and all that stuff. But also, she just wants Lisa to, I guess, just own up to the fact that once you get mad, you dig on people, right? And basically, Heather is trying to, I guess, because I think she's seeing the line. Like, everybody's getting hit except for me. So am I next? I don't want to be next, so let me try to nip this in the butt, right? But obviously, she's like, dang, maybe I did come on a little bit too strong because I don't know if our friendship can really make it past this. But I'm going to give Lisa a little break, and we'll see how it goes from there. So around the corner next door somewhere in another room, Lisa and Meredith is talking. And Lisa's just expressing to Meredith how basically, I wanted you to have my back. You said you had my back. I'm trying, I believe you and everything. But while everybody was coming at me, I probably could have used a little bit more help with you, trying to stick up for me. And Meredith was like, girl, no. Don't you do that. Don't you do that to me, because I was trying to speak up for you and you're not going to do this. So, she said, and they nipped that in the butt for now. We learned that Bronwyn and Brittany were, they did have that fight at the dinner where Bronwyn was trying to basically expose Brittany on the stuff that she said. So with that, she just slept on the deck to give herself some space. As the ladies are all coming together, saying hi to each other, Angie's feeling a lot better. Here comes Lisa. Woo! Look what's she say? Look who's back from hell, or look who's back from the dead. And everybody literally just stopped talking. Look, crickets, silence, because awkward. So the ladies are kind of just doing their own thing around the boat, finding outfits, just chilling on their phones, just whatever. And Lisa and Brittany just happen to be talking to each other. They're like on the, I guess we'll say, main level of the boat. And Bronwyn was up at the top just reading the book. But she heard them like, dang, they talking about me. So she just eavesdropping, just listening to all Brittany got to say about Bronwyn and everything that Lisa got to say about Bronwyn. So, of course, in the midst of this, Angie and Meredith come up to the top and they just, hey, Bronwyn, this what you was doing. This what you was sleeping last night. Oh, God, I can't believe it. And she like, shh, hold on, because, they down there talking about me. So, I'm trying to listen a little bit. And of course, Angie and Mary like, well, fill us in, because we missed dinner. Obviously, we don't know everything that's going on. And she lets her know how she pretty much I guess we just exposed Brittany for her ways, should I say, or not really her ways, but she was trying to say how I'll talk to anybody, whatever, how I feel to their face, or whatever. I say whatever to their face, how I feel. But Bronwyn brought it up that, hey, while we were shopping, you was talking about this about Meredith and about this about Lisa. So I'm just going to sit here and just tell everybody what's going on. So with that exposure, Brittany felt like, well, damn, like, you just threw me under the bus. I was just talking, venting. I didn't think you was going to go back and tell them and all this type of stuff. So basically, she kicked her out the room. Like, well, I don't feel comfortable sleeping with you. You can go sleep somewhere else. And Bronwyn, been kicked out of better places. Not to say she was kicked out, but hey, if that's how you feel, then I'm just gonna go. Okay. And that's what she did. Luckily, they gave her a blanket, and I'm sure it was good enough and warm enough outside, as long as it didn't rain. And then, knock, knock, can I come in? Or maybe just sleep in the hallway. So we're at breakfast, and Bronwyn and Brittany kind of go at it a little bit here because, Bronwyn's saying how, like, hey, Mary and Angie, if I was to knock on the door and I needed somewhere to sleep, was y'all gonna let me in? And of course, Mary like, girl, no. Two's a company, three is a crowd. Like, I ain't got time for that. This room only holds two max, and we max out, okay? So, just being all in fun, but Brittany's like, okay, girl, enough is enough. You can come sleep in the room. Ain't nobody trying to hurt you or nothing. Like, come on, let's be for real. And Bronwyn says something to the fact of, well, I mean, shoot, I can't come now because you inviting people down into your room and stuff like that. And of course, she's like, girl, I ain't inviting nobody to my room. And she's like, well, it sure did seem like you was trying to get somebody to come with you. And they rewind to her talking to Captain Jason, talk about ooh, you want to show me around, trying to get away, and that was really mostly just trying to get away from the whole little fight that you and Bronwyn had. Duh, girl. It wasn't to say like, she was trying to get on Captain, I ain't gonna lie, but probably not, probably wouldn't expose herself in front of everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? And Meredith kind of jumps in here a little bit to say, yeah, I did see, you did have somebody go to your room, I think last night. I don't know, I'm just saying. And Brittany like, girl, what she say? I don't even know why you even talking to me. And Meredith was like, oh yeah, my bad. I don't know why I'm even, it's a bad idea for me to even speak. So let me, And here goes, and they do rewind the tape. She did need, something was wrong with her air conditioner. So Captain Jason did come to her room to assist her with said air. And here go Lisa, girl, he don't want you. Like, he is not stunning you, girl. It's plenty of other fish in the sea that he will want. But he is not gonna about to pick you. So, of course, Bronwyn is like, now here you go. Like, in this conversation, I hear Lisa got to say something, right? And of course, they go through a little bit of back and forth. And she's like, literally, I was up on the top deck and I heard you, Brittany and Lisa, talking about me and this and this and that. And you, in the midst of that, brought up my daughter and her grandparents after we agreed that we wasn't going to talk about it. So, she yelling and everything, getting loud because, right, Lisa gets loud and yells, so why can't I, basically? And in the confessional, Lisa was trying to say that she does not really try to, like, talk about the ladies like that, or not talk about the ladies, but talk about the kids, whatever she was talking about with Brittany. I can't even remember the exact words, but I do remember she was showing her something, I think, that had to do with Gwen. Was it I don't know. But either way, you brought it up. She heard it, so now she mad. Angie throws her 2 cents now into the fire to say, like, okay, well, Lisa, that's how you feel. You on some BS because I know for a fact that you had leaned over to me the other day talking about one of my friends was making out with Todd and he was farting the whole time or whatever, like while they were making out or some bullshit like that. So this comment was made probably about a month ago after the clarity lunch that Lisa threw to try to, get everybody back on her side. And now, like, dang. So this is another wrench that's thrown in there. So Lisa or Bronwyn's like, really? You was talking about Todd? And so she asked her, did you said that one of your friends was making out with Todd? And Lisa like, no, I never said my friend. My friend ain't got nothing to do with it. So you're just omitting to the friend part, but you did say something for real about my man. And okay, she said, all right, then, check it. You're dead to me. Don't ever talk to me again. I'm not going to deal with you, Lisa. I'm so done. I can't believe it. And of course, Lisa in her confession are like, listen, I mean, I heard it from somebody. They said it. Um, but now I know that I ain't going to be talking to Angie and telling her nothing, because all she's going to do is go back and tell everything I said. So she can't be trusted. So Bronwyn, walks off. She goes to her room. She's trying to calm herself down, from the whole debacle, and just listening these words of Todd is just running through her mind. Like, I told your ass, don't take your ass down there on that damn vacation with Lisa. Don't you come back home talking about you and her got into an argument, y'all was fighting, because I don't want to hear it, girl. I don't want to hear it. Because she already knew, like, dang, he told me. But guess what? I ain't gonna let Lisa get the best of me, because that's what she wants, right? Want to see me sad and stew and boo. So I'm just gonna go back out there, put on my boots, tighten up my boots, take these shots, and let's go. Land ho, beach time. We get to get on some land finally for a little bit, being on that ocean for, I think it's just been a whole 24 hours, honestly. But, let's get our legs back on the ground, get some drinks, just enjoy the sun for a minute, let Angie get her stomach back together. And the ladies just kind of doing their own little thing on the beach, getting a little massage here, drinks here. And Angie pulls Bronwyn to the side to just kind of apologize to her a little bit here, because I guess she felt a little bad at the way that Lisa was coming at her. And, they might not be the bestest of friends, but, she could have been more supportive. And she is going to support her, I guess, from now on. And she could have tried to stick up for her when it came to that Todd comment, instead of just keeping it, or, not telling her, okay, girl, don't be telling me nothing because this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do none of that. So she's just telling her, listen, I'm sorry, but we're all, I think they're all coming into this stand up to Lisa gunction that they're all trying to build, and I think that's kind of what they're bonding over, is this, how can we stand up to Lisa? Which is the weirdest thing. What is, Lisa is the done daughter, so I'm like, what is it about this lady that y'all just can't let her go? Because if I could have let her go, like, for real. And Bronwyn accepts the apology, she mostly just regrets getting loud and down to Lisa's level, because look, while I'm all rattled up and flustered, that girl is over there getting a massage, acting like nothing happened. Like, So Lisa is talking to Mary, surprisingly, right? Mary being a preacher and all, she does have a few words of reason. I will give her that, because the Lord, I can always connect with her with Jesus, okay? Even though she a Pentecostal, I'm more of a Baptist gal. But sometimes she got a little word for you, and Lisa's just expressing her feelings about Meredith. Like, did she stick up for me or did she not, Meredith does come over in the midst of this talk, and it's like, okay, well, good, Meredith, because we was just talking about you, okay? Because Lisa, like, I'm feeling like, dang, these ladies coming at me about these allegations, and it's not true, but you're not saying nothing, to help me out here while they're all just going. I'm looking at you for help, and you just not saying nothing, right? And of course, Meredith is like, girl, if I don't agree with something, then I'm not going to speak. If I support you, then I support you. But I'm just so confused as to why everybody's always up in my business when it comes to us, our friendship. Like, did I support you or not? Who cares? Why is it always on me? And if I did or if I didn't? And she is getting a little upset here, right? And of course, Lisa's like, okay, well, right, why are you getting upset? I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. And Meredith is like, I mean, I understand, but what we're not gonna do is keep going back and forth about this. When I've already expressed what I said is what I said, basically what she's trying to say. And y'all keep bringing it up, like y'all trying to keep, like y'all want us to be for something. Like I'm over it and I don't want to talk about it no more. Like dead and done. And if you can't, then people are gonna get to see how it feels to not have support, okay? And I'm like, okay, Meredith, because Meredith don't back down from nothing, okay? I'm gonna say what I say, whether it's robotically or not, it's gonna be said. And Mary is sitting here listening, and she gonna tell Meredith that, girl, well, I don't think that you've been a good friend, and also I think you're boring. Meredith is like, what? I actually do things that, are not boring. I do have a life here. And Mary like, well, girl, don't nobody care. You boring, you stiff. You ain't got nothing to talk about, girl. And instead of keep going at it with Mary, Meredith decided to disengage. And this one like, okay, I'm going to walk away and I'm going to see y'all later, okay? Because I know she didn't want to be that girl. Like, do I got to cuss Mary out today? And then I got to be looked at as the white lady that attacked the black girl. I know that's what she was thinking. So she said, you know what? I'm going to take my ass over here before I say 2 words to Mary. And then look, and one of them might be, and if I say, I know I'm be out this show like that, and I can't be out this show like that. It's like, nah, Meredith, I don't know if you, listen, I ain't gonna put that on you. It's all jokes, okay? It's all jokes. I'm like, dang, I hope my chair isn't making noise all up in the camera. See, I think I might passing gas or something, but it's the chair. Say that good pleather, baby. Good pleather. Anywho, forget about this chair. Some of the ladies go snorkeling with the stingrays and the fishes and stuff. Some of the ladies was getting their massages on, shots over here, margaritas there. So they was having a good time. We decided to play like a never have I ever game. That phased out kind of pretty quickly. Then we played a little bit of it was like a relay game, a drinking relay game where we're going to call it Neck It Off. Necking, N-E-C-K, neck. Shouts out to Auntie Hammy. All right, we go back on the ship. Time to cruise again for our next destination. Or do we go home after this? I don't know. I think we're going to go home maybe after the next episode or something like that. Either way, Angie and Bronwyn want to have some little drunk fun. Everybody tipsy by this time. Costumes. Bronwyn got the costumes, the blow up ones. It was a shark and a seahorse in the midst of trying to go and mess with the other ladies. Angie let the dang door slam on her hand. So she done busted, I think, like her ring fingernail. Bleeding all over the place, child. And speaking of blood, it is zombie night, okay? I was thinking it was some kind of like actual land event. land event somewhere at a bar or something, But no, this is just the theme night that Heather came up with. Everybody dress up in their best zombies attire. Bronwyn got my best fit for the outfit because she is pretty much on brand when it comes to the fashions and the themes and where we going at. Because I'm telling people, there's an outfit for everything, right? We own zombies. Girl was in there, Davy Jones' wife realness. She had a little octopus decal on. I just thought that was really cute. So it's the dinner time, and Bronwyn does let them know that she did talk to Todd about what was going on. And, obviously he's not too happy, and he just can't really understand like why You know, it just kind of feels like he's the punching bag at this point. Like, she always bringing me up and always talking about me type thing. And Lisa takes this time to say, well, of course, I'm going to apologize to you. And hey, I'm not going to talk about Ty no more. I'm not going to talk about Gwen no more. Okay? Boom, done, over. In the confessional, Bronwyn says something about you acknowledge words that are being spoken to you. So did she was saying this to say that she acknowledged the apology from Lisa, or that, well, it seemed like Lisa, I mean, I acknowledged that she was talking, but was she talking to me? I don't know. I rewinded it, but I was like, dang, I don't know. And with that apology in her confessional, Lisa was saying that she was not trying to tell Angie those things in order to humiliate Bronwyn, because that's not her thing, is to humiliate people. No. But if you want to get down in the gutter with her, okay, she can go there. She can. But she won't unless you open the door. And then, hey, I'm going to walk right up in that bitch. Oh, man. So in the midst of dinner, Heather kind of brings up like, ooh, I can feel the boat rocking. Because, you know, I guess we're kind of settled now. Our buzz is there. It's the end of the night. I'm sure they all tired. Brittany, excuse me, I got to go. So she pukes a little bit over the board, you know, a little seasick. And the deck boy, Stewart, deck boy, whatever you want to call him, I forget his name, Mario, was it an M name? Either way, I just remember Angie thought he was like a hairdresser or something, but girl, he wasn't, but he was helping you out as much as he could. Give him a good tip, okay, when y'all land. He brings out tequila shots to everybody. So in fashion, you know, Bronwyn picks up, you know, take a little sip. And Meredith was like, now why would you be drinking tequila after you just threw up? And Brittany like, girl, I mean, I'm trying to get back, you know what I'm saying? It's because I have a little moment on me and I can't run it back, you know what I'm saying? And Whitney spoke up a little bit because, you know, like I said, me and her connect on the party part, okay? That's where I connect with Whitney on. We the party part, you know. Like, yeah, you know, just because I go blah, 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 and we still enjoying, don't mean I can't, you know, try to pick back up with the group like nothing happened. Like, listen, I'm on vacation, okay? We're supposed to do as we in Rome, or whatever, you know how the saying go. So they going through this whole back and forth trying to tell Meredith to just basically shut up, girl. Why is you coming at this girl like this? And she trying to say, I talk about anybody. Whoever would have did it, I would have said the same thing. I'm just saying it's not right, and this doesn't see, you know. Girl, they going through this back and forth. Chef brings out dessert. It was a zombie ice cream cake dish. It looked like some mint green ice cream. I don't know, maybe could have been sherbet. But he did say cakes. You don't eat sherbet with cake, so maybe like a mint chocolate or something like that. But either way, the captain was like, well, I'm gonna come out and kick it with the ladies for a little bit, enjoy some dessert with them. But because Meredith and Brittany was just going back and forth, nobody was paying attention to the captain. Now he literally just sat down and said, hey, what's going on, y'all? Nope. We listening to them go back and forth. So he like, you know what? Hey, Heather, it was cool. Thank you, but I'm gonna go eat my ice cream over there, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. So he gets up to leave, and they're like, oh no, we're so sorry, Captain. Like, we're just, you know, these ladies just won't shut up. And where we leave off, oh wait, that's actually where we left off, is with the captain left, but I gotta rewind back just a little bit. Brittany decided to tell Meredith that, hey, there's some stuff on TikTok about Seth, and he got a mistress. And Meredith was like, girl, because Seth does not have a mistress, okay? We are monogamous, for one. For two, just because your boyfriend want to break up with you every time he want to go sleep with somebody else, and you put up with that, girl, no, you're not going to come for me and my man and try to say some stuff about Seth because it ain't true. No, 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 no. She telling her like, yeah, I can see that you jealous because you can't seem to hold a man down, okay? And Brittany's coming back at her like, okay, well, listen, I understand if you don't want to open up about it, it's fine with me, just to try to like, okay, like continue the narrative that is true. And Meredith is like, see, keep her away from me. She takes off, she had on a saw headband, takes it off, throws it. Keep her away from me. I don't like her. You know how Meredith goes. She's disgusting. And they're like, dude, this is what we be talking about, Meredith. And with that back and forth is when the captain came out and they was trying to enjoy the ice cream and all this woo-woo, and it didn't work. And that was the end of the episode. So we're going to have to get back to the next one. And then we're going to see what's going on with this TikTok and Seth. Is it true? Is it not true? And then what's going on with Lisa and the rest of the folks? Is they going to get back on track? And who else was there? What the trailer show? Heather was doing something. Looked like Mary was doing something. Okay. I liking this season. This is, my favorite so far. Every episode is pretty much good. It's going. I'm here for Brittany. She can always come back for me. I'm here for Meredith too. I ain't gonna lie. It's the craziness. Like, girl, we need it. We need it. And Lisa, her crazy is a little bit different, but tolerable. Okay. But like I said, we'll get back to it. I enjoyed this episode. Each one is very good. And we'll get back to the next one. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks. And I know my lighting is a little bit off. All the glare on the glasses. And bear with me, okay? The ghetto.